Hi everybody. Hope you like the new intro. I'm rather excited about it. It definitely looked nice. I'm pleased with how that turned out. It's mostly somebody else's stuff, but there's a little bit of tweaking that's gone on now, and we've got a slightly different look. So hopefully people enjoyed that. And I am thinking that I am going to do the warm-up because it was nice to be able to figure out a couple of things beforehand that otherwise I wouldn't have had time to figure out. And now that I know everything is good, I don't have to figure out any of it on stream, which is wonderful. Let me adjust my levels a little bit because the music's a bit loud. But hi, Aptly, Spices, Impish. Good to see y'all, especially on unexpected stream day at unexpected stream time. But I'm glad y'all liked it. And Aptly, I hope you saw that I tagged you in Discord because we did indeed get affiliate status. So that last stream was enough to kick over to where I got invited to apply to the affiliate program, which is definitely need to make a decision. And this is the reason why I put a poll in Discord, because if I do go on this, I had a chance to go through and really read over the agreement itself, and it does turn out that if I do apply and get into the affiliate, well, if I say yes, basically, I just have to sign the affiliate agreement itself. If I do say yes to it, then that means that I can no longer simultaneously stream on anything but Twitch. So it means that if I do it, then I will either be streaming to YouTube or to Twitch, but never to both. So Spices, what affiliate is it's the first level of Twitch where you can actually start making money. So it will turn on things like subs and bits and emotes and channel points and all that stuff you see. It's basically the people that have full status on Twitch, with the exception of the purple checkmark. The purple checkmark are people who are in the partner program. And the partner program is slightly different because when you're in the partner program, you get priority to transcoding and everything, meaning that you don't just get, like, when you're nobody, you get the leftovers, whatever they want to give you. If you're an affiliate, you get some guaranteed transcoder priority. But if you're partner, you get absolutely reserved priority. And partner is the next tier that we would be going for in order to stream. So it is basically the thing that's got me thinking about it is it's basically a trade-off of growth versus being able to actually make some money and contribute. The thing that I do like is that the affiliate program, I had somebody who knows a lot about contracts take a look at it, and it seems like you can get out of it pretty easily. Like if it doesn't work for you, then you can just very easily say, nope, I'm not doing this anymore, and you would lose affiliate status. Aptly, it is on the I tagged you in the main channel, but the poll is under polls. There's the polling channel in Discord that goes over that was asking the question what people would be doing. Like, basically, since the people in the Discord are the ones who care the most, because they're the most involved members of the community and everything, I wanted to get people's feedback on what they would prefer to do. Because without folks watching this, I don't have an audience, and therefore there's no point in doing it, because I don't like to talk just to myself. Like, the fun part is talking to everybody else. Yeah, I'm not using the program right now. Like, what I want to do is I'm just streaming to hear from anybody and basically, like, get this kind of commentary for the folks that just come in and such. But what I think I'm going to do is, for my normal Tuesday stream, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send a live notification and just say, I'm live, come check me out on Twitch if you want to see it, and see if people come through based on that. Because there are people who come in and out both from YouTube and on Twitch itself. So the thing that I'm most concerned about is discoverability and growth. Like, Twitch discoverability is bad. Like, there's no way to put it other than it's bad, because there's no way to find people unless you manually scroll down or you get a hype train going. So what Twitch will do is, if you get a hype train, which is when people contribute a certain amount of bits or subs or stuff like that, then if you get a hype train, then you'll show up on the front page. and that's the only form of discoverability. So if you're not a big streamer already who has a decent audience, it becomes pretty hard to get to growth and discoverability. So that's basically what's been going through my head about it, and I'm thinking that I will probably do it. I want to take the Tuesday data and use that as like a data point, like see how many people will be willing to come from YouTube that normally aren't. There's a couple of people who have already said they'd really rather not. But I went through and I did the math, and at the rate that the YouTube channel is growing, it's probably going to be a year before it gets to the point of where it's monetizable. So I can basically take a small amount every month for a year and then bail out of the contract whenever I want, versus no money, like no ad revenue or anything like that, which doesn't seem ideal. So thank you. I am very appreciative of, whoa, sneaky creeper. All right, well, that was fun. I didn't even hear him, but that's the only thing it could have been. So I guess we have another cow pen here. Well, that's not what I wanted. Fences. Get back in somehow. That's kind of hilarious. We have cow chaos going on now. But, okay, so I think I need to turn game sounds up a little bit because I did not hear the creeper or the hiss. Yeah, rip indeed. Okay. All right, that's still plenty of cows. All right, deer steak, and not the steak from this channel. Yeah, rip farm though, but it's fine. I need the steak from it anyway. The beef is something that's required for the vault altar, if you didn't notice it. And no, I don't care about you. You can go away. So we basically need to go through and kill some of the cows anyway. And what you're seeing when they're jumping around is the gravity enchant. It will pull. I wonder if I could just get in and kill one and pull them all back inside. That's an interesting thought. Doink. It mostly worked. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, I didn't even have to leave them back. All I had to do was just kill one inside, and half of them jumped back in. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I could just take the wheat and lure them back in, but that's fine. I've been building these up anyway, trying to get a decent amount of beef. And it's weird, like, I don't know why, but with the amount of looting, I have looting 4 on this, so I'm kind of surprised I'm not getting more steak, but it is what it is. Yes, this is not vanilla. This is Vault Hunters. So this is pretty modded Minecraft. And one of the enchants that's on it is called Prospector. And what Prospector will do is it makes mobs drop emeralds so that you don't have to only trade or mine or do a raid farm in order to get them. Get back here. And the reason why I enchanted that is because if you look, and I'll go back to the vault in a second, that one of the things that we need to gather is a ton of emeralds to get our next vault crystal. And I'm saying an awful lot tonight, which is weird. Like, I specifically have been trying to train myself out of that. Like, get rid of that word entirely. But let's go back and we'll sleep and just clear out for the day, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this is, like I said, this is very modded Minecraft, and because of it, it is quite different. So we'll sleep here for a second. The mod is from the, what is it? It's the dungeon mod, I think? Let me see. Well, one of the nice things I can do is just go in here. Yeah, Dungeons Gear is the mod. And it has a whole bunch of new enchants, like Swirling and Supercharged Thundering. Like, most of them are from Minecraft Dungeons, but there's a few that are not. And you'll see other things we have, like Snowball, which if I put it on, I don't want to go over to the cow farm because it will do bad things. But I can do to this one. Like, Snowball will basically knock them back, so it throws snowballs at anything that gets too close. As well as one of the enchants that I have on here it has a chance to make any mob in range aggressive to all other mobs. So that's why this other cow just died, because it went aggressive and bad things happened. But this is really handy in the dungeons itself, but it's really inconvenient when you're trying to farm cows. Right? Come back here. All your steak are belong to me. Okay, but how is everyone doing on this lovely Friday night? I just got done watching the season finale of Invincible, and it was awesome, and now I wanted to game, so I figured I would come in here and try out the new setup and say hi to folks. Aptly, you can, whatever you want, dude. Like, if you want to sub with Prime, that's great. If you want to sub with regular, that's awesome too. One of the great things is that if you are one of the first 10 people that sub to me, you get a unique badge that you can only get when I have just been accepted to the affiliate program, and eventually if I get accepted to the partner program. Those are the only 2 times that you can get it. So it's for the first 10 people. So I'll definitely let people know in the Discord so that it can be the folks that have been with the channel and been supporting the most. So, okay. So as we see here, we need 500 steak, 2,500 emeralds, and 1,000 sand. I've been doing some farming off camera, but there's still a lot to do. So if we throw that on, you see the count, they just vanishes and the count goes down. You have to provide all these things in order to turn this rock into a vault crystal, and then the crystal can be used to activate this portal and go into a unique vault that has tons and tons of good loot. And that also, doing the vault fills up the experience bar that is over the hunger bar right now, the thing down here that reads 1. And when we get our next level, we will have enough skill points to get a unique skill. And that skill can be unlocking the things that are here. The one that I'm going to go for is it is the luck skill, wherever that is in here. But basically what luck does is it boosts the amount of looter. This is it. So it gives you much better loot when you're in the vaults. Basically, this is the same philosophy as getting fortune really early on your pick, so you maximize the amount of loot that you do get. But yeah, if, like I said, I will definitely keep folks up to date on what I'm going to do, and it will probably be after Tuesday's stream, so I don't think you'll miss anything before then, aptly, if you can't make it. But I will definitely keep folks in the know. Wow, my inventory is really full. You should fix that. I don't need you. Don't need you, don't need you. You're junk. You are also junk. You can get composted. I got string for days. Don't need that at all. All right, let's go pick up some of this stuff then. All right, but Impish, I am glad things are going well. And hopefully people have outstanding weekend plans. It's going to be in the 70s and beautiful this weekend where I live. So I am looking forward to getting outside and doing some hiking. That will make me happy. And I put on my hoe here, I put fortune, so it automatically, one of the nice things about these mods is that the hoe, in case you haven't noticed, it will go through and harvest everything in an area. And the nice thing is since fortune is on it, we get a lot more of everything but wheat, because fortune only affects seeds of wheat, not the wheat itself, unfortunately, but it does affect carrots and potatoes. Hey Garrett, how is it going? Thanks for coming in on this unscheduled stream. Yes, I'm a big fan of hiking. I live very close to basically a state forest, and like it's at the end of my street. So it's very easy for me to just walk down and spend an hour wandering around, and the place is lovely. So I am a big fan. All right, so I would love to be able to run a vault tonight, but I don't know if we can get 2,500 emeralds. I did build a Skelly farm that can get us a decent amount, but 2,500 is what? That's 50 stacks approximately. So it's a lot. It's basically 2 shulker boxes full of emeralds if you don't blockify them. Thank you, Garrett. I am glad you think so, because as I've said many times, if I didn't have people that found this interesting, I would just be talking to myself, and we wouldn't be able to help anybody. So there wouldn't be very much in the mission. So I am grateful that you are here, along with everybody else. So thank you for watching. Thanks, folks, for who like to talk, and thank you for the lurkers. I am happy to have any and all of you around. So we can breed these up again. So getting the beef is not going to be very hard. We only need what? I think it's only like 400 now. And we've got so many cows I can get. Yeah, I can get probably close to 100 every time we go through and do a, shall we say, culling session. Poor cows. Oh, that's great, Impish. That's fantastic. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to seeing that and seeing things go back to normal once everyone is vaccinated. Most of my circle is vaccinated now. There's only a couple more people that need to, so I'm looking forward to doing the same. Whose birthday is it? Yay, family birthday. Hello, Willem. Willem Heyer? That's pretty cool. I like that name. I didn't start streaming until after the channel had already taken off, the YouTube channel. So there has not been very much time that I was streaming with 0 viewers, because I just converted the YouTube audience. Basically, enough people asked for me to be streaming from the YouTube videos that I'm just like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I did, and people came, and that was great. So that's, I had the luxury of having a supportive community from the very beginning, of which I'm quite grateful for. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Garrett. Word of mouth like that is invaluable. Definitely that's one of the ways that you can help the most. And I hope... Well, outstanding. I am glad that I was able to get it right. It is important to me to pronounce people's names correctly, and normally I slaughter them terribly. So I'm glad I was able to get it. I mean, what's the saying? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. But good. I'm glad. But yeah, like I was saying, word of mouth and recommending to other people if you enjoy the content is a huge way that helps the channel. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very honored that you like it enough to recommend it to other people, because I know that comes with your reputation of things that you find interesting, and other people see that. So I appreciate your trust. That's all I have to say. I haven't been looking at the text itself. Is the chat still showing YouTube and Twitch in the corner so that everybody can see everybody else? Because I want to make sure that while we are multi-streaming, that I'm not having one-sided conversations with people. I want everybody to be able to talk to everybody else and see what's going on. So hopefully that is still working. Oh, that's a great question, Aptly, and not very many people have asked that. So way back when, I used to play World of Warcraft a lot, and I was in a World Top 100 guild, and I named all my characters after famous heretics. And one of those, for example, my warlock was Giles Corey, which, if you're not familiar with who Giles Corey is, he was one of the people in the Salem witch trials. And he was the person that was falsely accused, as all of them were in the witch trials. And he was going to lose his farm, and his family would basically have nothing. And he is the person that was pressed to death, meaning they put weight on top of his chest until he confessed. And he famously just sat there going, more weight, because he cared about his family so much and didn't want to leave them penniless. So, Hail Hydra. So I named all my characters after heretics, some people who are famous in history like that, because I just thought the history behind it is interesting, and history's always been an interesting subject for me. And so one of my characters was a paladin, and the paladin's name was Hughes, after Hughes de Payne, who was the founder of the Order of the Knights Templar historically. And I was PvPing with one of my guildmates, and rather than pronounce it as Hughes, he just said, "Hugs, get over here and bubble me." And Hugs, as you can imagine, stuck with my guildmates. And so I was forever Hugs since then. And so I am generally Hugs in places that I can get it, and where I can't, I am over or under Hugs. And the over originally came from Overwatch. So I couldn't get Hugs in the original thing, so I got Overhugs, and Overhugs is often available in most places. I actually own Overhugs.com, so that's where the name came from. It's a long story, but hopefully an interesting one. Yes, heretics. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting, like more of the historical contributions and everything, and how we look at people who were not necessarily treated well by their time, but after the fact can be people who are later redeemed or other things like that. I just thought it was a fun lesson, and thanks for asking, because I don't get to explain it very often. More steak. Come here, steak. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was hilarious because my whole guild was on voice chat, because we basically went from doing a raid to just going into a battleground and owning the whole battleground. And so the whole chat, this was pre-Discord, was full, and everybody just burst out laughing when the guildmate called me Hugs, and so it was funny. It's actually a really good guy, and I still talk to him. Almost the first time we met in person was when I was invited to his wedding. So that's don't let anybody tell you that online friends can't be real friends. I've known this guy for, I'm not even going to tell you how long, but very many years. Got your name from your parents, the old-fashioned way. I like it. All right, so the reason we're going through and trading here is just to get more emeralds, because I can basically get a stack every time I go through, and that's kind of hurting. But what we can do is we can go get a couple shulker, like a shulker and a half of sand, and at least finish that off. We'll sleep. I already dug a hole through the nether to where the desert is. The closest desert is pretty far away, but I went through and explored until I found it. But it's way up here is the closest desert I could find. But if you zoom in down here, that's our nether portal. So we can hopefully get there relatively fast. But let me just get rid of all the stuff I don't need in my inventory. Yeah, overhugs.com is mine. So that's why you can go to discord.overhugs.com. I own that one. I didn't bother to get Underhugs. I used to own Chaos and Discord.com, but I let that expire. I don't think we need any of this. Yes, exactly. Overwatch Hughes. And only you will know what it means until somebody asks to explain it. And maybe I'll make that a channel point thing. Like you need to get 5,000 channel points before I'll tell you the story. So it can be a little bit more of an OG thing. All right. Yeah. I haven't done the website yet. I've just done the Discord links and all that so far. I'm definitely going to do it, but I want to actually figure it out. Like if you do, I think you can go to video.overhugs.com and it'll just alias you to YouTube. How did all these sheep get out? I think I need to get rid of the gravity enchant, like whenever I redo my thing, because it definitely pulls things all over the place that I don't want to happen. But all right, that's not important right now. All right, so yeah, we can go and get some sand. Let's go do some sand. I need to put sharpness on this too. That is an enchant I have not gotten yet. All right. Murder the sheep. Murder the sheep, murder the cows. Burgers and lamb chops for everyone. The cows can definitely go. The sheep I'm saving because I figure that probably if I kill them all, the next Vault Altar will be like collect 5 times that number of sheep, because of Murphy's Law. But die, cow, die, die. Give me your beef. Yeah, I would love to be able to run a vault tonight before we end the stream. I think the emeralds might be difficult to make that happen unless we figure out a way to really maximize. I found a skeleton spawner and I did convert that into a farm, and it does give us a decent amount. But even if we get one every 2 seconds, that's still 5,000 seconds, which is, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long that is, but it's a lot of time. Weird. Okay, now we can go up here and find our nether tunnel through to the desert. Yeah, Hover is my registrar, so I registered it on hover.com. So they manage the DNS and they manage the website for right now, just because I haven't transferred it over. I'll probably eventually do it as a WordPress domain or something. I work in tech, so I'm very familiar with how all that stuff works. No, Garrett, I'm not going to murder anybody who is coming to see the content, because that really gives a bad first impression when you try and kill someone. I mean, we can go through here, and if we really have to do the evil stream, we can, but I'd really rather not. Not the first time. So this is just the tunnel that we dug through, and the cool thing is this leads us into a new biome that is exclusive to this pack that you don't see in other places, which basically, if you are familiar with magma blocks and everything on how they exist, that's what these are, except it's ice. So if we look at all this, it's frost magma, and if I step on this, I take freezing damage. So this is a completely different biome that's a part of this pack from Oh the Biomes You'll Go, that mod pack. But that's how we get here and can sneak into the desert. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that aptly. Hopefully you have fun playing in your world. Okay, so now all we have to do is get some sand. Sand. Eggs and sand. And as I come over here, you can see we've been clearing the desert out. So that's where all the rest of my sand came from, is just doing lots of this. And I know this is fascinating streaming content, so I only bring you folks the best and the most interesting of all of Minecraft. Yeah, chaos hugs. Yeah, I am enjoying the various things that this mixer can do, and I got to come up with some other stuff, because one of the things that it does is it allows me to do a soundboard, and there are just a number of times when I want sad trombone to reflect how I'm feeling about something. So probably Tuesday we'll have that working, because you can't have enough wah 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 wah. And sorry, while I'm doing this, I'm checking out the stream, and it actually looks pretty healthy. Like, made a couple of extra tweaks and everything. And I got a new Stream Deck. I liked my Stream Deck so much that I bought the big version. I had the 15 key one, and I bought the XL, which just because it's super handy. Especially because I can do things like, oh, I need to be back in a second, and just kind of do this. And we can easily switch the stream without worrying about it or anything like that, and then just go back to live. So it's quite lovely. I highly recommend it for anyone who is thinking of being a streamer after you start getting an audience, because they're not cheap. I think it was like $250 to get the big one. The other one I got used, so I'll definitely sell that and recoup my investment. But all right, bye for now. Yes, the world's tiniest violin, that absolutely has to go in as well. Yeah, that's a great idea. The world's tiniest violin, that, like, maybe that anime wow sound that's all over the place, just because that really does sometimes reflect my feelings on things. Oh yeah, the transition unfortunately does wipe the it does wipe it, but I do see it. Like, I actually look at the chat as part of Streamlabs, so I don't watch the streams themselves. Because it's usually slightly delayed, and it makes it much harder to play when you're looking at something that's in the past. But I do like it. It's a pretty nice transition. I might move to a Stinger transition, which shows both of them at the same time, but I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. Like, a lot of this is my first time learning it, so you see the evolution of my skills and my thought process pretty much on every stream. Okay. So again, I hope everybody is having a phenomenal night. And we are too hungry, and now we can't even sprint. And we're about to break that shovel, which is not a huge deal because I did train up an armorer. So we basically have infinite shovels, but they will take the diamonds. And see you real aptly if you're still around. Like, I'm appreciative that you came on to the unscheduled stream. All right, so how much is this? 64 times 27 is too many for me to do math. So, all right, so we'll gather like a shulker and a half. Oh, that's terrible. All right, we'll go until these are about to break because I didn't put enough efficiency on it to insta-mine the other one. All right, what is that? Bituminous sand. Huh, neat. Yeah, this mod pack has so many things that I'm not familiar with. It's been a great introduction to like heavily modded Minecraft. Most of the Minecraft that I've played has been fairly vanilla. Like, as you've seen in my world, it's pretty darn vanilla. And like the only stuff that's in here is really quality of life. So I've really enjoyed seeing the different biomes and everything, as well as all the other things that we can unlock. So the nice thing is it's not like Feed the Beast or something where it's like, hey, look, here's 500 mods and we're not really going to tell you how any of them work. Like, since you have to unlock each one of them, you kind of get a little bit of a chance to get used to it and understand what it does rather than having all at once. I mean, there is such a thing as the paralysis of choice when you have too many things to make decisions on, that it can sometimes be difficult to decide on anything. So that is a great question, Impish. How do you describe it? The way I like to describe it is that they are happiest when they are trading. So I provide them all the trading they could possibly ever want in an environment that is conducive for training. So, and if there are any problems, we can always reply with, "Huh." I don't know. It is definitely ethically gray, I think is a good way to phrase it. So I don't exactly know how you would explain it any other way. But that's how I stick to it. They are happiest when trading. And when they're not loaded, it doesn't matter because they don't exist in the world. Like, they're in unloaded chunks. This is the right. All right, yeah. Hopefully this will be enough sand. If not, we can always zip back. But my shovels are broken and they don't have mending on them, unfortunately. I'll have to fix that. It's even more interesting when you think about it with this mod, because this mod pack has the easy, very, very, very dark gray. The other thing that makes this interesting is there's the part of the mod, one of the mod packs in here is the Easy Villagers mod, which it takes it even more morally gray because it treats them like objects. You can literally just pick them up. So yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Over here. Whoop, nope, not where I wanted. Fine, be that way, be difficult. I don't need cacti. No cactus. We can just do this. Make it nice and easy. All right, and running back. Yeah, but Otherwise, I don't know exactly what happened there. I kind of like got knocked down into the dirt. That was weird. Yeah, it is otherwise very, very gray. Like, because you're right. Like, basically, we're going to take them and we're going to lock them. And if we actually, what's even worse is once we go back, if you didn't notice it, you can create trading cubes, which are just one block. So we jam them in a 1 meter by 1 meter cube and basically don't ever let them out. So it's even worse. Like, at least with the trading halls and everything, they've got people next to them and they can chat. But nope, not in this mod. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, gray. Very, very dark gray. Perhaps the absence of light entirely. All right. And stretch. Yeah, it is kind of like the concept of Pokemon, which I've also found morally gray. Like, I'm going to take this thing and jam it into a ball that can fit in the palm of my hand. And it only gets to come out. And not only that, but you know they're sentient. I mean, the villagers just say, her, but at least the Pokemon, they say a word. I mean, it's only one, but they can communicate like that. Moo. Like, villagers are kind of like cows. Like, her is about the same amount of communication as moo. Give me your steak. Yeah. You're right. And when you get into the Pokemon Minecraft, the Pixelmon one, like, what does that do? That's just doubling down. Like, you're merging two universes of ethically gray. All right, so... And I think we will have enough. Because we only need like 10 stacks. Yeah, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... So we'll get to see something completed here, which will be excellent. Yeah. Complete. No more sand required. Excellent. And we have extra. So we will just put that back. Yeah, that's true. They're happiest while battling. Proving they're the best. All right, so yeah, we'll be good with everything but emeralds, and I don't think I have any others, do I? Like, there's more stuff here I can trade for at least. But yeah, see how villagers can fit into chests? Like, you can just go with this mod and pick them up and put them down wherever you want and just yoink, pick them back up again and say, nope, back into your chest you go. So, definitely not. Saw your horse? How big of a horse? Like a full-sized horse in an underground room? Oh, in Minecraft. Okay, that I'm like, wait a minute. We've gone from video games being ethically gray to now you're really stepping it up. Yeah, I have a horse. I just keep it. I keep it in my basement. Who needs to let it run? You can just tell your grandmother that you took your horse to a lovely farm upstate, and that's where it is now, and everything is great and dandy. Don't shoot at me. I got better things to do. Give me your emeralds. Oh, I need to take this off, or else it's gonna kill all the cows. Give me your emeralds. Give me your emeralds. I need them all. Switch to vegan. You totally could. You could do that with golden carrots. And then ignore the fact that the easiest source of gold is golden carrots is imprisoning villagers or killing pigmen by the score. But we'll ignore all of that. It's not important. Alright, so sheep. Yeah, gravity needs to... I need to have a vault sword and a regular sword because in the vault, gravity is awesome. Like, just automatically pulling all the mobs to you so you can kill them at once works wonderfully. But out here, not so much. Alright. Let's do another round of trading, and then we'll go Emerald Farm for a little while. It is definitely harder. The easiest source of food early on is definitely animals, no question. Like, it takes a while to actually build up a farm so that you're reasonably self-sufficient. Okay. Well, at least the good thing is if one of the trades ends up being leather, we've got a good head start on it. I don't need any of this stuff. And we don't need any sand for a while, so I can put these shovels away until we get mending. Got bones for days. Yeah, shank, exactly. It is rough. Like the best early food is definitely either is like pigs or cows, like no question. So all right. 24, literally 2,500. It was 2,500 before I dropped that one. All right, and this stuff has not grown enough. So let's go look at the farm, and I can show that off. Because it is a little bit easier now, which is nice. You get to live. You can stay. So down here, we found a skelly spawner. You could do well, I don't know if you could do vegan. You could definitely do vegetarian, because vegan is sometimes like no animal products, which means you couldn't have a bed. So I don't know how well that would go. Like depending on how strict you were. Like the guy who leveled to the max level in World of Warcraft by only picking flowers, like only doing herbalism. Like that's impressive dedication. I don't know if I want to sign up for any of that though. Yeah, you have to be careful. I believe it. So yeah, this is our skelly farm, and the little arrows down there on the bottom automatically direct the mobs. So basically we've got the spawner here, which will drop them in the water, which pushes them to the edge, and then this is part of the mod pack where it will automatically direct them using those plates. So it's nice. You don't have to have the weird, let me figure out the exact dimensions so that the water doesn't turn into a source or anything right there, and they all the skellies just end up right here. And because of Prospector now, whenever we kill them, we get emeralds, but it's slow. There's a reason why one of the achievements in World of Warcraft is called the Insane, and it is for things that are just straight up crazy. Like, I am right there with you. Like, that is just nuts and not a way I would want to play. Which is also why I don't play hardcore, because I don't want all the results of my hard work in a world to be gone because of a mistake that might not even be my fault. Yeah, this is way too slow. So, because since we only get like 2 to 4 every up to 45 seconds, that means that we probably get an emerald. Yeah, we've only gotten 3 emeralds. I'm definitely not doing this. But what we can do is we can pick up a bunch of bones and use the bones as bone meal to create more plants, and that will probably be a heck of a lot faster. So we'll see if it's reasonable to do that. WoW's a fun game. It's still a good game, even though it's really old now. I think it's like 15th anniversary or something like that. So yeah. But I had a lot of fun with it back when I was playing it, but I haven't played it in a while now. I haven't played the latest expansion at all. I got invited to the beta. I played it for like 2 days, and that was it. Oh yeah, Halo is great. Halo is one of the first shooters that I ever really played. Like, so I have fond memories of it. But I do not have the latest Xbox, so I am looking forward to that. The last shooter I played was the most recent Doom, which also was very fun. All right, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. And then we can do carrots and basically fill inventory because we have plenty of bones. All right, so F in that and go to this thing, and then we should just be able to do, yeah, and then do this, and then we'll get all the carrots. Oh yeah, that's true. Impish. It actually should. Regen should do that because, like, what? Potions of healing damage undead mobs. So I am kind of surprised that that enchant is called Radiance, that it doesn't. Although that would probably be too overpowered. Like, if you had area of effect damage every time you swung your sword, that would be very overpowered in vaults. There actually is a word, I think, for nostalgia that you didn't personally experience, but I don't remember what it is. I remember somebody telling me about it once, but I don't remember the word. But that is an interesting concept. Like, but you can always appreciate good games. Like, good games are good games. I still, even though the game is amazingly old, Final Fantasy VII is still one of my favorite games of all time. And I will still go back and play it every couple of years just because it had fantastic story and I can appreciate it. And I'll still go back and play like Mario 64. Like I've got an emulator so I can go through and do that. Or other games that were just incredibly changing for their time. Like good games are good games and they stay good games even if the technology is a little dated. Like look at the original Pokemon games. Like they're still good games even though the things are almost painful to look at now. I thought I censored Pretzel. I'll have to go through and remember to do that after the stream because we really don't need to see the Pretzel Rock message come up on stream. Okay, and thank you, Impish. I that is not the word that I was thinking of because I don't think I've ever seen that word before. But now I learned something new, and that in itself is awesome. All right, so let's go trade some carrots here. This is not going to get a ton, but it's still faster. If you didn't know, you can just tap space, and this is in vanilla Minecraft too, whenever you are trading, and it will automatically reload whatever your trade is. That's how I'm trading so quickly. Like, basically, I just hold shift there, and then when it trades out, you just hit space, and it auto-refills. Alright, so let's do some potatoes. Taters, Precious? What's taters? There's another movie I haven't seen in too long, like Lord of the Rings. Also awesome. Okay, so we'll go through and do this. Oh yeah, the Halo soundtrack. Just the Halo main theme. You can play like 3 notes of it and the whole thing just will go in my head and like the whole da-da-da-da will just go and echo. Like, so that music is amazing. And it's always hilarious to see people who are singing it, like that find really echoey rooms and then sing it because it's like, I don't know, it's goosebumps almost every time. Totally agree with you. You mean Saudade? What is that? Saudade? Is that the way to pronounce it? I don't know what language that's from. It looks German, but I'm not sure. Like I see it and it makes me think of Schadenfreude. But I never got into COD. Like Call of Duty was never anything that I was that into. I mean, more power to you if you like it, but I'm not a fan either. It's I never like that. Like I know it's heresy, but I don't particularly like Fortnite. Like I have no problem with anybody who wants to play it. Like if you like something, that does not take anything away from me. So you do you and you like whatever you like. But Overwatch is definitely my shooter, and it still is. And it was hilarious to see Blizzard released their earnings today, Activision Blizzard, and apparently Overwatch got 10 million more subscribers. Like they sold 10 million more copies than they had last year, which is pretty amazing for a game that almost everybody says is dead now. So, oh, it's Portuguese. Interesting. You don't see a lot of English loaner words from Portuguese. That's a lot of poison potatoes that I don't need. Yeah, we'll go full Il Mango and look to get a complete shulker box full of poisonous potatoes. Why? Because we can. Okay. I'll pick up the rest, and then hopefully by now we will be able to re-unlock the carrot trade. It's weird, the song had Morse code in it. Bizarre. All right, so that gave us half a stack. That's gonna take a long time because, like, let's see, 2,500 divided by 64 is 40. So it's 40 stacks. I don't know how we can do this faster. I don't know any faster way to gather emeralds other than building a raid farm, which is definitely not something that I want to do tonight. because that will take quite a while, and I actually don't even know if it will work because the timing on raid farms is so precise due to the vexes that outside of vanilla they're a little difficult to build. Why do the World War II ones hold a special place for you? Like, what makes them different? Okay. So let's, I suppose we can just keep gathering veg here. And while I talk to folks on chat, which makes this much more interesting. Yeah, it's called cheating. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Like, yes, if I did that, then I could just do any and we wouldn't have had to find a desert and all that. I don't know. Like, the cheating and everything has never been something that's really fun to me. Just because, why do you play in that point? Like, if I just go into creative mode and do the whole thing in creative mode at that point. Like, like I did for the Vault Hunters episode that we did with going into it and just showing how it worked. But, like, actually playing the game is more fun. Oh yeah, yeah. So I wonder if the whole thing with that, if they come up with like the Battle of Normandy, Call of Duty Battle of Normandy, if that would be something that also interested you, because I mean that was, or no, the Battle of Hastings, William of Normandy, 1066, the Battle of Hastings, basically a thing that defined the English language and history. Like, so that would be interesting if they made that. I don't know. All right, we are going, while this is going, and I only need to hold down right click, I'm going to stretch and hydrate and remind y'all to do the same thing. So take care of yourselves, everybody. All right. Yeah, exactly. If you're going to cheat, just do a full creative world. And that's fine, because I mean, you can, there's some builds that I would never, ever, ever do in a Survivor world. Like some of the people who go through and they clear like huge amounts of space and they do it actually in survival is just breathtaking to me. Like some of the things that Logical Geek Boy did in his original survival world, where he built the Death Star, and the thing was just so gigantic. I cannot imagine committing that much to a single project in survival. Like, that must have taken so much time. Okay. No, I gotta sleep. Gotta sweep. That is one of the nice things about the completely unethical of shoving villagers in boxes like this, is that their trades are refreshed on a period of time, and it has nothing to do with the day-night cycle. So you don't have to worry about sleeping and clearing out and then having the time when they'll refresh. But ethics. All right, so we can just put the carrots away and get out some more bones. Yeah, we got lots of bones. Like that farm, especially with looting 4, is bones for days. Oops, nope. I don't want to lose all that, but oh, we didn't. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. I did the original way that you did Guardian Farms, meaning that you put gates on the whole thing, and you basically did soul sand, soul sand underneath it. So it was, I don't even know how many gates, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gates, because you basically do the main perimeter of the entire Guardian farm. And it took me literal days, like 8 hours a day, literal days to go through and do it. And I'm never doing anything like that again. Like, placing that many fence gates was so monotonously boring. I don't even mind the really big projects where you can see where it's like different, like building a castle or something like that. I could see, because there's variety and there's progress, and you can come back and look at how much you did. But just placing all those gates, that broke me. Like, that much ridiculous monotony and boredom. No, never, 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 never. What was your mega project, Impish? Put these carrots away unless he's refreshed, which he has. I really should figure out a way to zombify and cure these. That would also make this go way faster. Nice. What style of castle was it? And all right, and now we're locked. So we can put the rest over here and switch over to potatoes again. Yeah, so this is gonna take forever. I don't know if I want to do this on stream because, like, unless people are enjoying the conversation, like, I'm more than happy to keep doing it for the conversation because I have to do it anyway. But I don't want to bore you folks if that's not something that's interesting. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Wow. A city around the base. Well, Willem, if you are interested in joining our Discord, you can just, if you still have pictures, you can feel free to share. Like, we have a specific channel for builds and everything so that everybody can see what you like to do. And we want more potatoes because we are full up on carrots. Oh, nice. Yeah, sometimes that freestyle is fun. How big is your city, Impish? Like, how many blocks away from the base did you build it? Is it in a radius, just a circle around it, or is it a different structure? But yeah, I've been right that way too with just freestyling something. Like, you kind of just start with a general idea and then it takes more shape. Like the area around my base in my survival world was 100% that. Like, I just started building it and then it kind of it started from the land, and I didn't really have a major plan, and the land massively influenced the build, and then I really liked the way it was going, and then we built a lighthouse, and yeah, it's kind of fun. That's what part of the fun of Minecraft is, finding these interesting structures in the world and then seeing where it leads you, like how you complement the area rather than completely terraforming it. I do enjoy that. Whoa. Twitch's bitrate just shot up to 11,000. I don't know why, but it was holding fairly steady, and now all of a sudden it's decided that I need more bits. I need all the bits, every single last one of them. Okay. I'm gonna turn the music down just a touch because it's very loud in my ears. I wonder if there is a way I can easily zombify. Except golden apples are pretty rare. Like, unfortunately in this one, golden apples take blocks of gold, so curing villagers is not easy. All right, so let's go do some potato trades, and I can come back and get the rest of these. Oh yeah, like that's an awesome city. Like 100 blocks in diameter is just crazy. And if it's 100 blocks radius, then that's doubly crazy. But yes, the building of a classical city, that would be a fantastic project. Like, I love the what is it? Not Minecraft Earth, like the game, Minecraft Earth, like the project. The people who built an interface between Google Maps and or Google Earth and Minecraft, so that you can literally generate the entire world in Minecraft. Like, that is such an insane project. And doing that with like historical cities would be fantastic. Let me know if you ever do that. I would love to see it. I wonder how, like, if there's any source material that actually lets you go from it, because I don't remember ever hearing about maps of any of those cities, although there probably exists somewhere. I mean, they were so famous, there probably have to be some books that describe it. Or literally just build a city, like 1-to-1 of any existing city would be crazy. All right, so we can go through and harvest wheat now because this has had enough time. And also, if we end up, well, I doubt we'll ever run out of bone meal, because the skeleton farm with looting 4, we basically get like 3 bones per skeleton, so you can get a stack in the space of like 5 minutes. Yeah. If you end up doing it, I don't blame you. I wouldn't. If I was going to do a huge project like that, there is no way I would do it in survival unless it was some form of team build. Like if a whole bunch of people got together with that goal to do it all in survival, that's the only way I'd do it, because just the gathering alone would be insane. Like even not even the gathering. Let's just say you wanted to build something that had a lot of white in it. Just making the concrete would probably take months, even with a concrete farm. Or a concrete builder, I should say. You can't farm concrete. Not until sand is renewable, which that's probably not happening anytime soon. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, there's got to be some accounts. I mean, or some stuff that's preserved, because like we have Pompeii was preserved. So you could always get like architectural stuff of examples of that time period and everything, since it was totally buried in ash. That the whole architecture and everything was totally preserved. But it's an interesting thought. I don't know. Yeah, that was definitely part of it too. Like part of the challenge has always been finding people to play with, which is one of the reasons I love the community server, because it's nice to just have people that share a common interest. And this is not a recruitment pitch by any means. I'm just commenting on it. Like, I enjoy the fact that there are people who are usually on there that are doing builds, and also to see their stuff. Like, it's fun just to go to other people's bases and see what they've done and what they've built, because I'm more of a technical player, I think, than a builder. Like, I'm not as creative as a lot of the people that I know. And we have a couple of people on the community server that just do these gorgeous builds. Like, I'll promo Lauren's from the community server, and she just has these great builds that she does. Like, her base is this castle that just like she freestyled it, and it looks gorgeous. Like, it's better than anything I could do. So I am appreciative of the skill. All right, good night. I hope you have an excellent evening. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I want to do this or if I just want to do something else. I mean, the gathering like this might be something that I do when I'm watching a movie or listening to a podcast, because it is extremely repetitive. Oh, why don't yeah, well, like I said, no pressure in joining the community server at all. But if you want to join our Discord, come on in. There's a lot of people that at least talk about Minecraft, so you could get the fix of having other people that have a shared interest. And it's just discord.overhugs.com. Put that into any web browser, and that'll take you right there. We have people that are both Java and Bedrock players. So even though I am a Java fool, there are definitely people in the community that do both ends of the spectrum. Impish, what mistakes? What do you mean by that? Like, the mistakes that they made? Like, meaning the features, the geological features from the map maker, or something else? Like, but it is funny, like, in this day and age, we literally have satellites that can give us real-time views of pretty much anywhere on the planet. And you think about people who were trying to calculate that how big the world was by using a stick and walking 100 miles. All right. All right, so we'll go through and we'll feed the cows. I'm still not coming up with a way. Like, if I could have a better mob farm, then this would go a lot faster. But I don't know of any real way to do one that's going to be exceptionally productive that wouldn't take longer than just grinding. Because, I mean, realistically, I can probably just put an auto clicker on and let it run overnight, and that'll probably give me enough emeralds in order to complete it. But I would like to run the vault tonight again, so I'm still trying to rack my brain and think if there's any way we can come up with a way to do it. Oh yeah, that's not surprising. Yeah, the way that it was totally wrong. Like, it's always funny to look at the older style maps, especially when like looking at New England when Maine used to be Massachusetts, like way back when it was when this area was first being I don't know, resettled. We'll say it. I don't want to say settled because settled implies there wasn't anybody here, and there were definitely people here before the English at all came on and resettled the area. So I guess resettled is the statement we'll stick with. But it's funny to see, and like how a lot of people thought that the Mississippi was basically like it much bigger than it was, and that there was basically nothing really beyond it. And yeah. And what didn't I think Columbus originally, when he not only the India thing, like he thought the thing that he thought he found India, I think, was apocryphal. Like he never really thought that was the case. But I seem to remember something like what he thought he found was something completely different than what he actually did discover. But oh yeah, French is an interesting language, especially since they don't. There's a specific word for languages that borrow from other languages. And the French are very, very against it, which is why they don't use like email. They use like mail électronique. Like I'm not going to bother. My French is atrocious, so I'm not going to bother with it. But it's hilarious to see in comparison that with Japanese, which will steal every single word from English that they don't have a word for already. So yeah, French is a very interesting language to read. I agree with you. You shot. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like, especially since France was so much more of a power than it is today. Like, so much more stuff was in French. All right, so did you reset? Yes. So we can do some more carrotizing. Yeah, don't air me. What else? What else? I mean, it definitely... Actually, I could... So, I have half a stack of golden apples. If I took my 3 villagers and zombified and cured them, I'd have to do it multiple times. Yeah, that would speed this up, but not tremendously. And there's no real way that I can do this, because I don't have a good source of iron. Yeah, there's no real other trades I can do, because most of these things... I mean, I can harvest the paper, and that'll at least give me some more, but... I would really love a faster way to get emeralds. Like, can I just import my entire trader farm from the Building Bread world? Like, I could get this many emeralds in probably 20 minutes in the Building Bread world. It would not be that hard. Like, I wouldn't even have to do anything. Just go raid the pumpkin farm and then use that to trade for bookshelves, and then use the bookshelves to trade for books. And then we would have more emeralds than knew what to do with. Or if I had access to the full Easy Villagers mod, one of the things that you can make is an automatic crop farm. So we literally could just build an auto crop farm and go from there, but not to be. This is the... Hey, Pipit! Yay! You made it! Yeah, actually, I am on an unscheduled day and later than usual. So, what time is it actually? Yeah, not that much later than usual, a little bit. But yes, you made it, and I'm not planning on logging off for a little while, so you'll actually be able to be here for a while. Just trying to brainstorm and see if there's any way that can get emeralds quickly, because if I can figure out a way, or if one of us can figure out a way to get 2,500 emeralds, then we could run a vault. Dodge. Serpentine, serpentine. Weird. I heard, where'd the zombie go? Or where did the creeper go? Keeps getting yanked around. I think the gravity is pulling him in different directions, because I can hear the sizzle of right before he's gonna boom. But all the particles everywhere. Yeah, and there's no real way that I can make a good farm. I mean, I can do the crop thing, but that's a little slow. So, in here. Oh, that was foolish. Foolish. We clicked out and lost it. Not a big deal, but just annoys me when I do silly things like that. Alright, so we can at least trade with this person. So how are you doing, Pipit? I'm glad to see you here and that you were able to make it. Alright, so that'll get us some more. Are you going to have an interesting trade? Like anything swirling? Critical hits become swirling attacks. That's kind of cool. And we could trade ink sacks. Like, see, one of the things that I definitely want is one of the abilities that you can do with this is one of the add-ons will allow you to harvest spawners. So when you find a spawner in the world, you can actually get it, and you can find spawn eggs. So you can create a spawner into any other thing you want. So that would allow us to fix this problem pretty easily. I'm not seeing chat again. Let me refresh. All right, either that or people are just lurking, which is also fine. Yeah, so we're pretty much fine. The next 2 times I harvest the cows, we'll be fine with that. And can get the pufferfish anytime we want. We just have to go to ocean, which is, there's a warm ocean like right over here. So that's not going to be hard. It's the emeralds. It's just the damn emeralds. Hello, Graceland. How are you doing? Graceland, boop. Is that like the Sombra boop? Boop. Speaking of which, like, because people know I am a significant Overwatch fan, it is also, I don't know, bittersweet that was Jeff Kaplan's last email from his Blizzard account was just boop. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I am glad to see you here, and we are playing Vault Hunters. So heavily modded Minecraft, and we're trying to figure out how to get 2,500 emeralds in a reasonable amount of time, because I would like to be able to run the vault tonight so that people can actually see it live. But I don't know if that is going to happen. I cannot really think of any way that we can make that happen, because there's nothing that we can get from the knowledge. None of the mods are going to do it. We already have the singular enchant. I'd have to build a pretty good mob farm. Well, do Enderman? If Enderman drop it, that might be a way we could do it. We could go to the end and make a cheesy farm. So come here. Come say hi. You and your grass block. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come say hi. Where did you go? Just stay. Stay here. Stay. 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 Stop moving and die. Okay, so it looks like no, they don't. And there's nothing that you can trade for ender pearls because the trade is the other way. Okay. It's all good. Whatever works. So yeah, I'll keep the ender pearls because we'll probably need to make more ender chests, but that's not going to help us at all. I will take the ink from the squids though, because that's another thing we can trade from, and that's easy to get. I could build a really rudimentary squid farm, which would not be hard, but again, that's not really going to help. Grr. That is the one complaint I have about this mod pack, is that getting started is very difficult. Like, the barrier to entry is pretty high. But once you start getting some of the mods unlocked, it gets much easier. But yeah, this will at least get us a few. Like, and this is where gravity is handy. Like, we hit one thing, and the gravity enchantment pulls them all together. So it's very easy just to go and kill them all very quickly. And now we need Willem to come back and say, kill all the squid, because now it feels weird that we're going through and committing Minecraft genocide, and he's not commenting on that. A senseless death. It's not senseless. It's a death of ink. A black death? Haha. Another history joke. Who says history's not funny? Well, besides me. But okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little bit more trading and let the thought process flow. But there are a lot of squid around here, so we'll be able to trade that no problem. Like, all the things that I need to do, I could figure out ways, and I could just build other farms. But I don't want to put that much investment into it, because none of those are things we'll do tonight. But Graceland, I don't recognize your name. Are you new? Like, how did you, or have you been one of our lurkers that's been around before? Yeah, this is the advantage of having looting 4. Like, we kill 10 or so squid and get 47 ink. So the extended enchantments are quite powerful. And that kicks them up to the next level. So let's see if you got anything else. Nope. Book and quill. Yeah, I mean, that's easier to make. At least that would be a better trade than paper and ink. But yeah, incredibly serious. No laughing. We're very serious about our history here. If you laugh, you will be punished. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Ooh, I'm running out of water. I don't know. One of my friends from school was a huge history buff. And when I say school, I mean college in this case. And he knew all of the stories of the place where I went to school, which shall remain nameless for the time being. But the college had a great deal of history, and he knew every single ghost story, every single like weird thing that happened, and it was hilarious to go out because he would give basically ghost tours and walk the campus and tell about all the weird events that happened on the campus. And that kind of history has always been super interesting to me. Like the just weird stories and unknown things that have eyewitness accounts. Like, I'm not a big believer in ghosts or anything, because I'm an engineer, so that's just the way I think. But the history and everything of it is still interesting, and I'm not going to say that stuff like that doesn't exist, because that would be very close-minded. And I don't need you, and 2 is not going to prove anything, so excellent. All right. And I am out of water, so I am going to make use of my fancy new scene and be right back. Hey, Brushpod! Welcome! Unscheduled stream, unscheduled visitors, it's all good. How are you doing this fine evening? Yeah, exactly, Impish. There's the only thing that really has me thinking about when it comes to paranormal stuff like that is we live in a society now where like 60% of any given people, like, pick at random, own something in their pocket that is an amazing video recorder, like at any point in time. And now all of a sudden, like, a lot of the things that were paranormal just aren't really happening anymore. It's like the ghost got really shy and bashful when we all started carrying around video recorders in our pockets. But yeah, if they did exist, that's like the same line of conversation that happened with Avengers Endgame, like all the people who were returned from the blip. Like, how about all those people that were on planes? Like, when they came back, did a huge portion of them just fall 10,000 feet to their death? Like, that sounds terrible. Not to mention the fact that the planet is always moving through space. So unless they were wished back in the exact second where the Earth is in the same point in orbit, they all pop back and they're just in space. Yeah, I don't know. That's when you get into suspension of disbelief and just say, yes, everything is fine. Something, something, Infinity Stones, something, something. Oh, nope. I don't want the wheat. I want the carrots. Like, oh no, of the 10,000 bones, what will we do with those 5 bone meal that we wasted? Yeah, no gamer ghosts. That's the last thing I think you need. Can you imagine being haunted by like the traditional a traditional gamer ghost, like the how the media portrays people? Like, the ghost just never leaves the basement, talks about your mom all the time. Like, I can't. That does not. That sounds even worse. Like bring me a regular poltergeist or something. Did we lose Brush Pod? Like, when I actually, during the few minutes that I went to actually get water, that would be so sad. Like, talk about the wrong timing on a break. Yeah. All right, so we did carrots. Now let's go back for potatoes. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do at all. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, good. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the new overlay and everything. Yeah, the ghost asked for Hot Pockets, Mountain Dew, and spicy Cheetos. Bring me Hot Pockets. Oh, come on. That was a major loss. Like, I totally bring me Hot Pockets or I will haunt you forever. Come on, if I'm gonna do something like that, I should at least use the video or the audio effects. I'm glad you like it. Like, I've been playing around with it. I think I want to tweak it some more, where I want to do a bit more with the overlay, but I really like the RGB. One of these days I'll post my setup, because my setup is like all the RGB. I'm a big fan. So, like, my computer has 4 fans in it that are big RGB. My RAM is RGB. I've got internal lighting. Like, big fan. Oh, big stretch. What I do need is a new chair, because I have a gaming chair that, what brand is this? Respawn, and it is uncomfortable, and I do not like it. So I need to replace it. Yeah, the ghost will mess up that. I'm gonna find your IP address and ban you from Xbox Live. You're in my basement. You know exactly where I live. You know my IP address. Yeah. Don't mess with me. Oh, that's like a sitcom right there. Like, you are literally describing a sitcom that I expect to see made in the next 5 or so years. So if you make that, then just if I'm still streaming, shout out the channel. That's all I ask. But that is totally a sitcom, like the gamer ghost and everything. Okay. So, all right. So that's another stack. This is gonna take forever. The yoga ball chairs, I could see about doing that. My problem generally isn't my posture. Like, the only reason that my back hurts is because the chair doesn't quite have enough support. Like, leaning back into it is slightly uncomfortable. So I generally sit pretty straight up and down. So I just like something with a little bit more support. Although the yoga ball chairs are interesting. Like, maybe I'll get one of those and a few other things, just to have some different things that I can rotate through. Like, my desk is also a standing desk, so it's not that uncommon for me to just be standing up whenever I'm gaming or working or anything like that. but like being able to have a chair where I can just be comfortable is very important, especially considering the longer I can be comfy, the longer I can stream. Like, I don't know if any of you folks that are watching have a specific type of chair that you love the most, but I am open to suggestions. And okay, so we have fully traded everything. So sleep, gotta sleep. That's another thing. I need to grab that from B-dubs. Like every time I sleep, I'll just play that. But what are you up to this evening, Brushpod? You doing anything fun? I was saying before you joined that I watched the season finale of Invincible, which was quite good. I have not read the comic book, so I didn't know where the storyline was going to go, but I like the way they handled it. No spoilers, but approve. As long as you are comfortable with a non-Marvel Universe depiction of superheroes, shall we say, because it is violent. Like, it is a very violent show. And I definitely, if you are not into violence or you have other folks who are not accepting of cartoon violence, do not watch. But the story was quite good. It was very unique, and I liked it. So that was my evening before I came on here and wanted to try out the new overlay and to stream a bit. And if I'm going to be playing this and I'm doing things that are kind of repetitive, it's much more fun to be able to talk to folks while we're here. My Stream Deck, one of the buttons on it shows how many people that I follow that are currently live, and it's kind of funny how it's been creeping up. Like, I was expecting it to go down as it got later in the evening, but it's been doing the opposite. Like, it started at 6 and now it's at 12. Wonder if I could just make a very simple and quick mob farm. But let's see. The only way that I could do it is it would have to be one of the ones where they generate and fall, which means that I would need to go. I'd need to start it at 128, and then it would have to go 22 blocks up from there. So it's doable, and the reason for that is due to spawning mechanics. If you go 128 blocks up, then you won't load. No, actually, I need to go higher than that because that just means it won't load to the bottom of the world. So realistically, we'd probably have to. Yeah, that's not going to work. Like, I was thinking of building something inverted from the normal falling farm. Although I could put the kill chamber lower and just not have them do that, or have the spawn. Yeah, there's ways I could do it. There's definitely ways that we could make it work, but I don't want to build something that I'm probably not going to need, because like literally when I start going through and getting access to some of these mods, those farms will be useless and I won't ever need them again. So maybe we just will not do the vault tonight, and I'll AFK overnight at the Skelly spawner, and that'll give me enough emeralds. I don't know. 1 second here. I just want to check something. Okay, cool. Still looks good. I'm also going to change my setup so that it's easier for me to read chat. Like, I've been experimenting with a couple of different configurations of monitors, and I'm still not happy with any of the ones that I have. So I need to redo it, and that will happen tomorrow before hiking. So yeah, trying to think of like what else can we do, because I'm getting bored of grinding for emeralds here. So if I'm getting bored of it, then I'm sure you folks probably are too, and that is not fun for anybody. What else do we need to do in this world? I mean, or I could switch to Skyblock or something. That's always a possibility, too. We don't have to stay in this world. It could be something else. Let me think. And I don't need any of the rest of the stuff. All right, cool. Yeah, so thoughts. Well, let's go through and take care of the cows. Take care of, yeah. And I should fill that hole in because that's really annoying. So let's take care of that too. Keep falling into it. Where Ninja Creeper, the creeper that makes no sound whatsoever, and totally came and surprise! The worst kind of surprise. Surprise creeper. Nobody wants it. Nobody likes you, surprise creeper. Please stay out of the world. Watch, we'll fill this in and another surprise creeper will sneak in and blow up the fences again. But all right, so yeah, we got a lot of cows in there, so we can do some culling, I guess. Oops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that should give us a good amount of steak. Yeah, we culled quite a few there. It seems like it kills the babies, which is weird. Like, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping it wouldn't prioritize them, but that was 100. So that's plenty of beef. It depends. Like, if I would say it should go in the art unless you do plan to make it, and if you do plan to make it, then it's self-promotion. I mean, it doesn't take that much to do a YouTube series these days, so you could draw a quick pilot or something, and then it would definitely go into self-promotion. Now I think you have to do it. I mean, with that kind of lead up, like you can't be promising things you're not going to deliver. Yeah, so 2 more rounds of cow breeding and genocide, and that will be fine. But I can't think of any other way to get emeralds. Like, I mean, I could just generate a couple of raids, but that's not going to be very productive. It would get us a totem at least, but yeah, emeralds are just I can't believe that's my first one, like, or my second one. Like, the amount that's required, like, no early vault should require 2500. It shouldn't require 2500 of anything, quite frankly. And this is commentary that I put in the video as well, that I think it should scale off of your level, your actual Vault Hunter's level. That should determine how many of things are, because whenever you're going through, like, if you're at level 0, then you should be able to run a vault within, say, an hour or 2 of grinding at most. Like, the fact that we're like this and we're at level 1 and we're doing something that this many emeralds will take a full overnight of auto clicking and such. And the amount of sand we needed was like 4,000 sand, so it took an hour to find a desert, and then it was like 5 or 6 shulkers, so it took a couple hours to do that too. It just seems weird. It seems off balance. But I mean, I say that coming from the perspective of, I think it's a cool mod pack, and I 100% would like to see it do better. Like, not from the perspective of, oh my gosh, this is so bad, as I'm sitting here playing it. Like, yeah, this is so bad, I'm suffering through it, and oh my gosh, what a martyr am I. No, we're not playing that song. Like, parkour over the bookcases. Get a little bit more paper, and this will hopefully finish leveling up this librarian. Come on, flip over. You know you want to. Nope. Okay, fine. Then don't. If I had an elytra, we could probably raid a woodland mansion, and that would give us a whole bunch of emeralds, but I don't. And the end was looking pretty sketch. The place where our island, our portal generated, was very difficult to get to the next island because it was actually below us. So short of potions of feather falling or really good MLG, that's not that viable. And even if we got an elytra, I don't think that would help us much. But I can harvest the pumpkins and melons. I mean, I suppose that's something I could do too. I could build a pumpkin and melon farm, and that wouldn't take too long. Like, really just extend this and make it much larger, and that would give me enough where I could just have a bunch of farmers and go through, like, basically build row 1 of my trading hall. I don't like reproducing things I've already done. This is one of the things that I like about that's fun about Minecraft, is there's different ways to do it and approach it, and you don't necessarily just have to do the same thing all the time. And that's what's kind of nice about this villager breeder, because having the ability to pick up villagers and not have to worry about them means that this was all I had. Did they die? Where did my villagers go? How did you vanish? Nothing can get in there. Okay, that's weird. Like, I don't see how they could have possibly... Alright, but it doesn't matter, because it's very easy to just fill this thing up again. Because I can just come over here, like, and grab 2 villagers out of the chest and replenish it. Yeah, they're frost melons, so they, since they freeze stuff, they do, they generate snow on top of it. So I don't have that unlocked yet as to what you can do with them. And I haven't researched the thermal series mods, so I can't answer what they're really for. But yeah, so now we have... Okay, so now the villagers are back. And let's breed up a couple more just to make sure that it's replace what we took, just in case something goes wrong. But yeah, this is all we need to do for a villager breeder, since we can pick the villagers up. It doesn't have to be anything complicated at all. So it's nice to just be able to make something really quick. Yeah, so if you're curious, it's Thermal Series is the mod. But I would have to unlock Thermal Technician in order to know, like, what it does. Like, that's what the skill points and everything are for, is they give you access into the mods themselves. Like, I can only see that the things exist, but I can't craft anything that exists in that mod pack until I unlock it. Okay, so... Alright, that did not give me enough carrots. So I will need to get some bones if I want to do that. Ooh, trader. What do you have? Do you have anything interesting? Alright. Probably not, because I have not installed anything else, but... No, blue ice is nice. Nautilus shells are nice, but I don't need any of this stuff. Meh. Don't you spit at me. What else? Are you trampling my crop? If you're trampling my crops, you have to die. That is not okay. To you too. Ethically Gray, the Wandering Trader. Yeah, unfortunately, my Minecraft knowledge is not helping me today. Like, I really cannot think of any way that we can get emeralds more quickly. Like, yeah, so we got another stack. So now we only need 38 stacks. Why? Why do you do this to me as I break my house? Alright, so let's... No. I gotta kill all the stuff out here before it will let us sleep. Come on. You. Stop interfering with my bedtime. Need my beauty sleep. The lead farmer. Yes, in more ways than one. The lead farmer as in the acquiring of leads, and the lead as in the head one because he has the most stuff. So definitely he is the lead farmer in both counts. I appreciate the pun and the double meaning. All right. Gotta sleep. Yeah, all right. I think our best bet is we can build a really quick pumpkin melon farm. And just build an infinite water source over here and find a nice flat space. Don't make a hole. I want a flat space. Which I think there's just like one over here. Like we can just take the planes. Yeah. And do the bucket clearing trick over here. And then just build it right here and just build a whole long line. And then when we harvest it, that will give us enough and we can quickly make like a bunch of farmers, since they're so much easier than normal villagers are with the easy villagers pickup thing. Like literally just being able to pick up and move villagers takes care of probably half the problems I have with them in the first place. Like it really makes me want to put it in my default world. But that's a little too that doesn't quite fix the way that I want to do things. Like that's too modded. Feels too cheaty in my completely arbitrary rule set. All right, so now we just need to make ourselves an infinite water supply. Like I think there's water. Yeah, there's water over here. One of the enchants we got by random is like if you jump occasionally you get speed. So that's why I'm bouncing all over the place. It's not actual bunny hopping. One more. I gotta figure out a way to be able to fast forward Pretzel. Like, this song's not bad, but there's been a couple of them that have been kind of meh. I can play pause, but there's no hotkey for like next song. At least not that I don't have yet. That I have yet. All right, so that will make. You don't need any wheat seeds. And those have to be broken, so I need to place them. Because you can't make melons directly, which makes no sense. But so we'll just fortunate. And now we can make seeds. Oh, I can't. I can't make seeds. Okay, so the only way I can get those is to buy them from the farmer, which is also fine. But, alright. Give me a block of dirt so I can fill that in. And I do not need wheat. So now we can just pull one of these jobbies. And come all the way back with pumpkins. If you did not know, it is more advantageous to have alternating rows of crops because they will grow faster if you do that. Like if you have rows of all the same thing, they don't grow as speedily as if you alternate your crops. So if you alternate pumpkins and melons, you will actually get more throughput. So we want to have a row where they can actually, no, if we do this instead and actually put them right next to each other, that will cause them to grow faster, and it will cause them to only grow in the same place, so that the pumpkins will always grow on this side and the melons will always grow on this side. All right, so we just need to go get more pumpkins and melons. And I can drop all these seeds because you are useless to me. I do not need you. Okay. I wonder what happens if we eat the cold melons. Does it do anything? Ah. It gave us fire resistance. That's kind of cool. Okay. Makes sense. Oh yeah, no problem. It's like there's a lot of little efficiencies like that. The same thing as if you're ever going to cure villagers, put a bed nearby or iron bars, because that makes them turn back from zombified villagers to regular villagers faster as well. Like, I love all those little tips and tricks, especially when you're dealing with like the 300 villagers like I do in the villager trading hall. When you have to cure them 5 times over to get the trades down to 1 emerald, it adds up very quickly. And let's grab a thing of bones, or a thing of bone meal, so that we can grow these up faster. And then that will also help us get pumpkins, and we'll become self-replicating like a virtuous cycle. Yeah, so we'll just end up building up significant farm here, and this will hopefully take care of our problem. Yeah, that was fast. It's like instant pumpkin pop. And do the same thing with the melons because we need more of those. This is funny. It almost feels like random tick speed is up super high. Oh, yeah, I can't use the X. That's right. I actually have to go through and fortune these. Because axes with Silk Touch, if I'm actually trading them, it is far better to Silk Touch it, because regardless of how many slices you get, it will not be enough to make a full melon when you break it. So it's always better to Silk Touch them when you're going to trade it. But right now we want seeds. So we don't care about Silk Touching. Okay. And we'll have to hydrate this too, because otherwise it will turn back to regular farmland. But that is why we made ourselves an infinite water supply. It's it's like occasionally I know what I'm doing. Once in a while. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should now hydrate everything in between those two. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And one, nope. That is not an infinite source. Although I do hear, one of the things that I remember from watching Iskall's streams is if you put infinity on a book and put it on a bucket, it creates an infinite water bucket. So you would never have to do another water source. So should definitely look into that, because that just sounds all kinds of handy. And that's some kind of rock. So this side was all melons. Pumpkins can be converted directly. So yeah, that's how far we'll go this way, and then we'll do melons in the other direction. Yeah. Okay. Fill up the bucket on the way. And bucket goes here. And on the other side, to make sure we have full reach. Perfect. Now the soil should all hydrate without an issue. And this side is pumpkins. And yes, hydration does matter. The pumpkins grow faster. They will grow without the soil being hydrated, but they will grow faster if the soil itself is hydrated. So it is definitely better to do it because I miscounted. Oh well. Oh no, we'll have to put in another water source. The world is ruined. And here is good enough. Wow, that is an enormous Pretzel Rocks title. Like, by everyone in the world. And their families. Alright, so we need more melons. So we can just bone meal this whole side. For whatever reason, melons seem to grow slower than pumpkins. And then while we do this, and then after we wait for them to grow, we can go back and breed a couple of villagers and turn them into farmers, and then hopefully that will allow us to move this along a little bit faster. Don't care about you. Need pumpkins. Alright, that is good. So let's go back and do some sleeping. Since we don't have torches and they do require light to grow as well. And then we'll toss some carrots to the breeder. I'm gonna, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Oh, the points thing isn't working in YouTube. Oh well. That's another reason to just take the affiliate agreement. Like, then the points are just all built in, and that just works so much better. Oh, stretch. Ah, okay, no, it works. It just took forever. I have 20 slices of bread? How do I only have 20 slices of bread? I'm the streamer. I should have more than everybody. Carrots. Carrots is what I was doing. Right, so what don't we need? I don't need the one sugar cane. That's fine. We don't need the rotten flesh. And we'll only... I can't do anything with the melons, so let's just throw them in there. So we'll convert these to seeds to get a bit more space, and let's just harvest any carrots and feed them to the villagers, and that will probably be enough to at least make a couple of babies. Yeah, because it's, what is it? 6 loaves of bread. And that is the equivalent. So I think it's half a stack of carrots is what is needed in order for the villagers to breed. So we'll just give you a stack and a half. Unless they found another way to wander out. Which will be... No, I can hear them, so I guess they're in the section still. Which is weird. Why? I can hear you. Where are you? Okay, they're just desperately trying to get to the bed. No, come. Take my gifts. I bring you food. Yeah. Now breed, please. Speaking of things that are morally gray. No, no, no. And again, the advantage of just being able to pick them up when they do things like that you don't like, it's just like, no, you're going to stay in your cage and you're going to like it. All right, and that is clearly not enough because they can path to the bed. They're clearly trying to, but they're not making babies. Like, the basic philosophy of this is no mobs, all mobs in Minecraft, including villagers, see trapdoors as open, regardless of whether they're open or not. So when they make the baby wants to jump on the bed, and so the baby tries to run to the bed and falls in the water here, and then we can just get the babies down here. So it is the simple villager breeder because we can pick them up. Yeah, I have no idea how Streamlabs has watched more. Yeah, those points make no sense. I mean, it's not 1-to-1. I think the slice of bread is configured to be when you watch the stream for 5 minutes, you get one slice. But I don't know. I'm gonna change it once I do the affiliate and everything anyway. So it will be different. I'll have to figure out what's a good metric based on the rewards that I give. Because I want to reward people for coming and watching. Like they should be. Like it is very much appreciated whenever anybody comes and watches the stream. All right, so a couple more carrots. I think we'll just do 1 round of bone meal, and then by then everything over there should have grown. So we can trade all of these melons because we can't use them for, ooh, excuse me, hiccups, for anything else. All right, so we'll just take a couple of things of bone meal from here and do a little carrot dance. And I can use this as an excuse to drink some water. Because I will tell you that talking for, how long have we been live? 2 hours. Almost exactly 2 hours. Yep, 2 hours, 1 minute, and 38 seconds. Talking for 2 hours straight is difficult. I'm still very much developing those muscles. Like, thankfully, having a lot of meetings and everything is part of my day job, so I do get a lot of practice for it. But it can be hard sometimes to fill the time. So again, this is what makes me grateful that people like you, Impish, are here keeping me company. All right, so come eat the carrots. Eat the carrots. I'm gonna have to directly throw them to you again, aren't I? They just like so desperately want to get to the bed. Okay, just breed, please. I need more little villagers. See, I can just get out. If you'd get out of my way. Nope. Yeah, they are desperately trying to get to that bed. It's kind of funny. Because you're going to make a run for it the second I clear this out. So let's just stop that entirely from even being a problem. And we'll put you back down. That is the weirdest thing. Like, normally they'll take a break for a minute and they don't try to get to the bed. I wonder if they're trying to get to a workstation. It might be that but there's no, the closest workstation is way the heck over there. I mean, they're weaponsmiths, so let's see what happens when we take this away. If they stop desperately trying to get out. Because they don't need to have a workstation to breed. They just need to have access to beds. So I don't know why they're trying to go so nuts otherwise. That do it? Yes, that did it. So they were trying to get to that workstation. Weird. Very strange. All right, so we will have to, I didn't think their pathfinding distance was that long. We'll have to put that grindstone away so that they don't keep trying to get to it. And we'll just put in the random villager in here, the professionless, and then eventually when they breed, we can replace it. I don't know why, but villagers that with the easy villager mod, villagers that you find in the wild, once they have a profession, they won't lose the profession. Yeah, that instantly did it. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. But come on, you're gonna breed, right? Don't show me thunderclouds. Show me babies. Yeah. All right, perfect. I can hear the little one. All right, excellent. Excellent. So that will take care of that problem. So let's go and get some more pumpkins while we're at it. And I think I can buy an axe that does not have silk touch. I think my toolsmith sells an axe. So that will be handy, since we don't want to silk touch the melons until we have everything planted. So we don't have to go through 2 steps of breaking them down, and it's still relatively fast. And trade you, and trade you, and I can buy some of the, oh, I need melon seeds to get it, so, and I just sold the melons. Okay, well, that's fine. And you, yeah, I don't have enough yet, but we can always come back and do that. All right, cool. So let's go and make this farm much bigger. My favorite animated movie. That is a really good question. I like a lot of the Pixar stuff, depending on if I want heartstrings tugs, because there's a lot of really good animated stuff. Like, I am a big fan of animation in general. Like, there's some really good anime. The quality of it has just gone up and up and up over the past couple of years. But I would probably have to say ultimate all-time one is probably WALL-E, just because it is a masterclass in how to tell a story and build characters without relying on dialogue. And I would have never thought, like, if you had told me before that Pixar is going to come out with a movie where the main character is only going to be really capable of saying like 2 or 3 words, and that's all they're going to say for the whole movie, and you're going to love the little thing by the end of it, I would not have believed them. So I got to go with WALL-E. Where do you land on that? I assume that since you do a lot of art, that animation is important to you. All right, so this row was pumpkins, and we still got plenty of pumpkin seeds. And just keep going. And I gotta go and slap mending on a shovel so that we can go on and keep building. Because I gotta clear this, and I'm not doing it without a shovel. All right, so we got plenty of seeds, and this should give us enough where we can just go and buy the axe without silk touch. I did not see the new Pixar trailer. What is the movie? Like, I still haven't seen, what is the most recent one that just came out? Soar? Is that Pixar or is that DreamWorks? I don't even know, but it looked interesting enough to want to watch. But yeah, I'm a big fan of animated movies because you just have the opportunity to tell stories that are impractical in any other way. Shrek is also amazing. Like, Shrek has a special place in my heart too. All right, so I think, oh wow, we burned through all that bone meal really fast. Oh, I didn't kill that llama, it killed itself. That's not gonna be enough to trade, right? Yeah, it won't. But I do have some melon slices that can go to seeds, so that is helpful. What else do we have in here? Oh, Ratatouille is also excellent. Yeah. it is impressive how good they are at creating characters that you would normally think, no, I don't care about this at all. Like, ew, a rat in a restaurant? Gross. And then they just build, what is it? Remy is just built up as such an amazing character. Like, nobody tells stories like Pixar. Yeah, all right. Luca. That's the The one where it's like the mermaid and the sea creature and everything that's on the poster, right? I do. Now that you mention it, I think I do remember seeing it. I think I've got some more stuff here that I can pull out. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Well, I suppose we can go and run through now. Alright, so we'll just put all this stuff back. Although, no, that'll give me another emerald, because I can go through the frost melons. And we will convert this to seeds, and this to seeds, and put these away. Put you away. And I don't think there's anything else. Well, we can convert this to paper, and that'll give us the 20th melon, or the 20th emerald that we need in order to get the axe. So that'll be jackpot. Nope, just not enough, but there are more over here. Yeah, I don't know, like it's amazing the movies that can just come out that are animated and how good they are. Like, oh, I'm blanking on the name, but the one about the Day of the Dead, like that one was Coco. That one was spectacular. Like that movie was just all kinds of awesome and just beautiful. Like the colors and everything on it, it was a visual treat. So I love seeing some of those movies and seeing how they can do it. Like, if you've never done it and you have the chance to see that movie in HDR, like it's amazing. Like the colors just so pop. I saw it in one of the IMAX theaters that has like the super high end digital projectors, and it was just it was an experience in itself. And so perfect. This will work. Okay. All right. Now we have enough emeralds. Perfect. And that will let us buy the axe. And now we can go take care of melons. Right to you too. Do we have enough space? Yes. Nothing else we need, right? We got the shovel. It'll just be slow. That's fine. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't blame you. Coco is just such a good movie. Like Pixar never ceases to amaze. Nope, that's not what we wanted. This is what we wanted. I have always I should not be amazed just at the ability to create such good characters and yank on the heartstrings and sucker punch you in the gut when you're not looking, like with all the feels. So just everything about those movies is amazing. And I am grateful that we live in a time where making them is totally possible. And that we don't live like 20 years ago when there's no way in heck that any of those things could be rendered, because you go back and look at some of the, like Toy Story 1, the humans in Toy Story are terrifying. Like just they're straight up terrifying. And you look at the difference in animation and how far it's come, and how they can do the, I did not know that. That makes sense though. That totally makes sense now that you mentioned it, but I did not know that. That's hilarious. But yeah, how far animation has come in not that long. It also makes me wonder where it's going to be 10 years from now. Like we'll have interactive movies where the experience will be completely choose your own adventure, that you can determine where it goes and like how the story develops. Like something like that would also be super cool. And you go here, and then I can grab you here. And I don't think Oh, I do have to hydrate over here because it's just slightly too far. All right, so, and now we can go back with melons going this way. Yeah, it always amazes me, like, how they can reuse, like, and I mean, that's a trick that animators have used forever. Like, the famous stuff of, what is it? The old Disney Robin Hood, and the dance from the original Jungle Book, like, that they completely reuse the animation, like, shot for shot. But you can get away with it because how many people actually compare the shot for shot, between them, except for people who notice those little details. And surprise, regardless of how many times you try to reinvent the wheel, it's going to be round. Don't I have more? Yeah, I thought I did. And oh yeah, Pixar VR game. Oh, that would blow my mind. Like a full interactive experience, especially if they could voice it. Like, can you imagine if they could figure out like the top, or not even, like, imagine being able to have something where they can just do the vocal processing to where the character can say anything you want. And like, I mean, we're at the point of where we can do deep fakes of people's voices. So why not be able to programmatically generate a voice actor? Like, that could just be fantastic. Like a totally interactive experience. What was I seeing the other day? The Beauty and the Beast thing that's being built at Disney, Disney in Japan. Like, the animatronics and everything on it are just ridiculous. Like, it looks like the cartoon. Like, maybe it looks different in person, but at least on video, it looks crazy real. All right, so we can go over here and clear more out. Okay, yes. Am I blind? Yes, I couldn't see the shovel. Yeah, the original Jungle Book I definitely liked. The redo, like the quote unquote live action one, I think it lost a lot of the charm. Like, I didn't like it, and I refuse to see the live action Lion King, just because that movie was perfect the way it was, and it did not need to be remade. Just like Aladdin, although I did see the live action of Aladdin, but Aladdin with Robin Williams as the genie is perfect in every way, and they should not have touched it. Like, I understand why they did, like the almighty dollar. The almighty dollar is very powerful, but that was a perfect movie as it was. Okay. And we gotta dig this out and replace it. Lay dirt, and then get some water. And yeah, a lot of the live action Disney movies are not as good. Like Beauty and the Beast, not as good. Although Emma Watson couldn't really sing. Like, the fact she was so heavily auto-tuned. Although I don't know if that's due to her talent or due to her artistic choice. I haven't heard a good source on that, so that kind of ruined it a bit. What live action? Like, you got me thinking now. Like, I'm trying to figure out what live action movie or live action remake was as good or better than the animated version. Oh yeah, the Lion King. It doesn't work because the reason why it worked is because of the stylistic choices, and having the really anthropomorphic warthog and what is Timon? Not prairie dog, but I'm blanking on what the actual thing is. Like, they need to have that humanity in it that they just don't have, and it does not work. At least in my opinion, it does not work. Like, some things you shouldn't go for realism. Like, if they had stayed a similar style, then I think it totally could have. But it was the going for actual animal realism ruined the movie. All right. Go back and sleep. Ugh, I need to get sharpness. Yeah, it just doesn't. Well, because like you don't expect the animals to do the actual things. Like the behavior that they animated in The Lion King was not animal realistic. Like it does not make sense. Oh, why am I so slow? Oh, stretch. All right. Yeah, that's interesting to say, like the motion blur and everything, because usually the trick of animation is to heavily overuse motion blur and the hyper exaggerated effects. Like one of the most famous examples and the most obvious examples that I've ever seen of it is one of McCree's highlight intros in Overwatch. It like his face is half his body. Like in order to get the motion blur of the rolling, they like hyper deformed the character's model. But when you're looking at it at full speed, it totally works. It's only when you frame by frame it that it looks terrifying. So I'm very surprised that they did that so much for the motion blur in Lion King. All right. Okay, so how much more of this do we need? I wonder why. I wonder why they did it that way. It doesn't seem to make sense. There's got to be a reason. I mean, Disney is Disney is many things, but incompetent is not one of them. I wonder if it was like hyper rushed or something. How did that perform? I don't remember seeing how much money the movie made. Like this is what I always wonder. Like sometimes the movies that are made, like I don't think they're very good, but they still do very well financially, which just ensures that we're gonna keep getting the same thing, the same type of thing over and over again. Although with the world being closed for as long as it is, it makes me wonder what movies are gonna look like in the future. Like, are we just gonna go back to the theater experience immediately, or is the dual release gonna be the new normal? Like personally, I would love to be able to choose to go to the theaters or not. And I will happily pay the $30 when Black Widow comes out to be able to enjoy it in my living room. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Jungle Book, the like just the fact that those songs still exist and you can like hum bare necessities and most people will know what it is that comments more than anything on the staying power of the soundtrack and such. Like you're totally right. Because I know songs from The Lion King, I know songs from Little Mermaid, like I can think of all those songs, but like if you asked me what the new song in Aladdin was, I have no idea. Like I know it was a Jasmine song, but I have no idea what it was just because it really wasn't that catchy. And this will probably be enough. I don't think we need to go much further than this. Because that's a lot of pumpkins and melons. And I doubt we'll need I doubt we'll need much more once we go through and actually do this the first time. Um although I will laugh like a crazy person if the next thing that comes up on the vault altar is pumpkins and melons, like that will just be like ha ha ha. Finally luck going in the right direction. Yeah. Excellent. All right. And then we can just come back here with some bone meal and get these ready to go. All right. So melons, pumpkins. Nope, ran out. That was not what I wanted. We don't have any pumpkins, which is fine because we can go get them down here. and the good axe is totally viable for those. Except we can't hold anything. I don't need you. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. It'd be interesting to hear them side by side. Like that's always fascinating to see what was cut and what they used and reused and such. Okay. Excellent. And that is all the seeds and everything we need. So now let's just go get a bunch of bone meal. And then start the trading. Who is still alive? Come on, Stream Deck. I'm just supposed to be able to hit a button. You're supposed to tell me who's live. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Just took a minute. Most of the people I know that are live, I'm just thinking, the reason I'm asking is because I'm thinking of wrapping up relatively soon. My wrist is actually starting to hurt from doing all the farming. It's a very repetitive motion. All right, cool. So, did you make it a babies? Let's go see. Yep, I hear little ones. Perfect. Excellent. All right, so you can come with me, and you will be a new farmer. So, and we just need a composter. And save the dirt, because dirt is almost always valuable. I never find I have enough dirt. You can go there. I don't need you. I think I already have composters. I think I made a few extras. Oh, that's really cool. I will have to check that out. Thank you for the heads up. I thought I did. We can always make more. Composters are just slabs. They're cheap. And we already have wood. Cool. Yeah, I need to organize a little bit better, because I'm pretty sure I used to have slabs and I don't know where they went. We have one. Ah, there we go. I knew we had a stack of slabs somewhere. Alright, so composter. And let's make a couple. Because I think we'll need like 3. And you. Thank you. Alright, no, that is not helpful. I cannot level you up. So, need to do the dance to get them to produce something that I can actually trade. I would really rather not have another wheat one. Wheat is the hardest crop to get of all these. Radish. There's so many different crops in this pack. Yeah, come on. Barley. Barley. Haggis. Sheep's stomach. Stuffed with meat and barley. My Scottish accent is terrible. I'm sure the Esk is turning, like his ears are burning or something. Like, I hear an accent of the people that are close to me, and they're terrible. That one I did know, Impish. Like that one I have seen. Like, and it's fascinating to see the footage that they like rotoscoped over, or however they ended up doing it. So I can put another one right here, and we can make do. Whenever one of the next one grows up. So you need more carrots, unless we got some over here. Do we still have any? No. But these are mostly mature. And again, if we have to, we can do the bone meal dance. All right, so that will get him, I think, partially leveled up. Just shy. That's fine. Let's do the bone meal deal. because we still have half a shulker box, and that is very easy to get more bones. And get rid of you, and go here. What else? And I don't know why I'm carrying around a crafting table or a boat. I don't need either of those things right now. Or a bow. Alright, so let's get some more carrots. Kakarot's. I do appreciate the all the little movie trivia and such. Like movie trivia in general is definitely something I enjoy, and the movie trivia is also interesting. Like that I find fascinating, and movies that have multiple interpretations of endings. Like the most famous one being what is the dream movie? The DiCaprio and Elliot Page dream movie. Blanking. the one that has the really deep bass special effect. How am I not remembering this? But yeah, any of those movies that have multiple endings that if you think about it and can be interpreted multiple ways, like I always find that fascinating in itself. Now that's gonna bother me, and I don't want to look it up. Like I want my mind to actually come up with the answer. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. Inception. Yep, you got it. Thank you. My brain just did not want to come up with that. It's like those things. It's the tip of your tongue, like, and your brain's going, nope, not gonna tell you. Not gonna tell you. Come on. Finish this up, and then that will be sufficient to see if we got somebody who trades pumpkins and melons. Because if not, then they just need to go away. Alright. Show me pumpkins. Yay. Alright. Spinach seeds. Huh. That's a new one. Alright, so can still trade all of that. And maybe there is another adult over here by now. Yep. Yoink. Best mod ever. Just no transportation. You just pick them up and move them. Boink. Come on. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't recognize the workstation that's right in front of them, but that's an easy fix. If that's the biggest frustration, I'll take it. Alright. You know, it would be nice if we could get a trade of, like, eggplant or one of the other plants that we have growing, and right now we're just throwing out. Rice. I'll take rice. We have rice in here, I think. Yeah. Although I don't know if it's enough. No, he needs 20. But we can just go harvest the rice, and that is fine. And it will actually be worth planting it again. And rice seeds. Although I do find it interesting that rice doesn't have to be, like, flooded. Like, the rice normally grows in very wet areas. So it's kind of weird that Minecraft doesn't require that, but... Like, that would be kind of cool if it were a crop that you could grow on or underwater or something like that. Maybe another version. Hitting me when I'm not looking. Bad zombie. Okay. Yeah, alright, so this will be enough to lock them. And then we can have a good amount of rice going as another crop. Perfect. All right, so we're getting there. There are monsters nearby. Yeah, there's what, one zombie over here that's gonna be stuck in the hole again? No, just parading around out back. Bad zombie, bad, no biscuit. Oh, that's true. Event Horizon is absolutely another one of those. You are right. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. That movie was freaky. Oh. All right. I think we'll plant some more rice here. Let's clear out this sec. Whoop, that was not what I wanted. Let's just destroy all the plants. Beautiful. All right, well now we have more space to plant rice. Bright side. Okay, cool. Yep, now we have lots of rice. Perfect. Mission accomplished. Totally meant to do that. Totally the plan. I haven't read the original script. How is it different? I mean, there's a lot in there to begin with, so I'm not gonna bother with any of that. And we can put tomatoes and everything away, just in case we get a tomato trade. Although I don't have that many, I thought I had more. All right. All right, we can do. I think we'll put one more villager right here. And of course I put away stuff I needed. So, right, I don't have now, but it's right out here. That's fine. It's in one of these. Eventually I will find it. So, yeah. Don't need two beds. So we can put the other one here. And yeah, I like that. Okay. We got one more adult. Yep, aged up. Excellent. Yeah, normally it takes so long for them to age up. That's why I like to have a couple in reserve like that. I think it's 20 real minutes for a kid to become an adult. Yeah, no, I want something that I have that is not a carrot or a potato or something. So we can maximize corn. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen corn yet. Hey, Dylan. I appreciate that. Thank you. Like, anytime that you come in is super helpful. Onions. We have onions. So we can do that. And thank you for doing that and coming in specifically. Whoop, that was not what I wanted. Just to be here and be a part of the stream. Oh, wow. Rice is actually pretty productive when it comes to bone mealing and everything. That's way more than I was expecting to get. Like, can we actually fortune this? Not gonna work when you don't actually have the bone meal in your offhand. Good job, Hugs. Yeah, Impish, I'll definitely check it out. I appreciate the lack of spoilers, so I will check it out and read it. How long are you able to stay, Dylan? And do you like our new overlay and everything that we have at the top? And I can show you the fancy new screens where we'll be right back. So fancy now. Seeds. So we can finish all that off, as well as plant over here. And just fill the whole thing up. Since rice appears to be a productive crop. Alright, cool. and we don't need any more of that. And hopefully by this time we'll have a good amount of pumpkins and melons that generated in the farm. So let's go check that out, and then we might be winding down. Because, like I said, my wrist is starting to hurt. I am amazed at the people who can do this for 8 hours a day, every day. Like, I am in awe. Like, that is a level of endurance that I do not currently have. Of course, it's definitely got to be a lot easier when you have more like larger audiences and everything, because there's multiple conversations going on, and you can also just take a break and go to just chatting or something for a little while if you need to rest the hand. So I don't know. It's pros and cons. Oh, what am I doing? No. I actually want to use Silk Touch now. Yep, getting tired. We don't want the slices. We want the whole melons to trade. That was the whole point of this, is to trade. My name is Hugs, and I'll be your clueless streamer for the evening. Tip your server. Try the veal. Okay, melons. Melon. Mega melons. Perfect. All right. So you're 6 and you're 5, so you get first dibs until I lock you out. All that for a drop of blood. All right. So all right. On that, I think I'm gonna call it a bit of a night, because the wrist is getting really painful, and one thing I have definitely learned is things like that are not good to power through. When your body is telling you that something aches, it is a good time to stop doing it and listen. So thank you, folks, for coming in and watching in this unscheduled stream, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful night, and we can use our fancy new now ending screen as well. So as always, I hope that you have the most wonderful of days, and let's see if there's anyone to raid. Is there anybody on that I want to raid? Now, most of the people that I am following are fairly large, so I'm not going to raid them. But so I think we'll just end it. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in, and I will talk to you.